Welcome to SRB TV.
Oh my God!
Come on now! Yeah!
We are here.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of SRB TV. I am Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And of course on today's episode, as we promised back in our episode 9 reaction, we are taking a look at the Umbrella Academy Season 2 finale, Season 2, Episode 10.
Was it the end of something?
So, mass chaos in the previous episode. So previous on Umbrella Academy, we had Ben sacrificing himself to save Vanya. We had Diego unfortunately not being able to stop the JFK assassination, even finding out it was not his father who did it. Let's see, what else? Because of Harlan's new abilities, he inadvertently kills his own father. Because of a attempt from AJ the Fish, head of the commission, fortunately didn't exactly get his point across about who actually ordered to hit out on Layla's parents. Lila's parents. Five beat the shit out of other five, but eventually got him to go back to the past. So that's intact. Unfortunately, the time machine's just been destroyed in the process.
They don't know about anything that just went on with the JFK stuff, things like that. So we don't know. Well, they do know, but it's like now they have to meet up with the group to really realize what actually happened and what went down.
Because of Harlan having abilities and killing his father, that created a massive anomaly. So
mainly killing his father started the anomaly. So that means something.
So the head handler, pretty much, the ex-handler is now making her priority to stop the Umbrella Academy by getting everybody from the commission back and sent to that time period.
Well, that we know of it right now.
That we don't know.
We don't know
but
right now.
But it does seem kind of obvious considering that her biggest problem right now is Diego and Five.
I just want to know how the father is connected to a lot of this stuff, because the moment the father died, that's when their alarms went off, saying that he was not supposed to die. So that means their father was connected to something.
I guess it was. Hold on a second. At first, if he just thought killed his father, but I think because he had powers and did it.
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was mainly because the moment the father died, that's when their alarms went off.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. His father's death was the cause of something.
Yes, because of course we all know the superhero origin, like supervillain origin story, and that's where the commission got the anomaly alert.
Yeah,
that's the point I was making. I'm sorry, that's what the point.
That's what I said. It's like that their alarms came on the moment he died.
Because like if I had never got involved, no.
They had no anomaly. But the question, the big question, I think for me, is just like what because remember we were sitting here thinking what was Harlan, what there's something with Harlan, and when in actuality is who is Harlan's father and what is he connected to later on down the road. Because it seems like his death is the cause of something that is something even bigger.
We'll have to wait and see on that. And of course, what's funny is you think that would be the biggest thing leading to the family. But the biggest reveal we got is that their father is a possible alien. Is more likely an alien. So yeah, that's something we got to unwrap. Possibly sometime this episode, possibly in season 3. We'll have to wait and find out.
Feels like there's to me, if they don't say anything this episode, this finale, that means they're setting up for the they're setting up for the follow-ups, the next season. They're setting that up to where either they find out or we get more information about who he is, where he's from, why is he there, all that type of stuff. So enough said. Let's dive into this for the Umbrella Academy season 2 finale, season 2 episode 10, the end of something. So, here we go. 6. Get where it started.
Oh, Ben's funeral.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. His funeral.
Ben's funeral. Of course, this makes sense showing us this now.
Yeah, because now Vanya's got to bring up what really went down.
You gotta tell Klaus that Ben's.
Well, not only Klaus, but everybody though. That's the thing.
Well, I mean,
everybody.
Klaus first, everybody second.
Well, just everybody. That's the thing.
And then you die.
No excuses. I will not hear them.
He's blaming them for his death.
The Umbrella Academy has failed one of their own. The consequences.
Wow. Dude, he's like the complete opposite way he should be at a funeral. It's like, I'm sorry for his death.
Blames them though, pretty much.
It's like, Les, I'm sorry for his death. My condolences. Like, you're fucking buddy, son of a bitch. It's like, dude, it's a funeral.
All right.
Resume tomorrow.
You can go whenever you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 1000%. Trust me, Benjamin, though. It's not going anywhere. I'm the expert on the dead, remember? Hey,
What was he about to
this
do?
dad's gas tank.
Like he knew what he was about to do. Did you see him?
Yeah.
So he was testing out his abilities.
And organizing the recent riots at Stadler's lunch counter. And finally, Klaus, the controversial cult leader.
So they're all still part of this.
The FBI.
Nothing with 5 though. That's the only good
On
thing.
the lookout
Oh, wait.
for this unidentified boy
5! Yeah, 5!
being held hostage by the suspected terrorist net.
Oh, it's true.
The one that caused this doomsday and stopped it. Me.
Hey.
I figured it all out on the infinite switch.
You were on the infinite switchboard.
Hell yeah, I made that machine my bitch.
What?
Recognize I got shit going on I
Diego.
don't even know about.
I know who Diego is. He's that guy on Cold you hate taking on.
Alright, I went through a routine.
Yeah, we need to stick together, okay? Now more than ever.
Come on, then.
That's why I'm telling you this. Whatever's going on with Harlan, I think I might have caused it.
How?
He drowned, and somehow I was able to bring him back to life. And now it's like we're connected.
What does that even mean?
I don't know, I can't explain, but
I'm kind of sorry. We have other priorities right now.
Oh, fuck you, Diego!
Diego's right.
Somebody go with her. Just somebody. Allison.
Come
Go with
on! Oh, for fuck's sake!
Just when somebody speaks up.
I guess I'll see you when I see you.
When she finally speaks up, but then they're more worried about, trying to
This is
stay.
once again back to priority 1. For fuck's sake, pay attention to Vanya. Jesus Christ, man.
Especially Allison, go with her.
What about the commission?
Well, might as well do some good before we die horribly.
Wait, is this before you die horrible?
Right, you don't have to.
I know.
You owe me one, sis.
You owe me one, sis.
Thank you!
Thank you!
Heads!
Yes!
Is.
I like what they said, though. I like that. It's like, yes, we know the commission's on our ass, so might as well do one good thing, at least before we have to die. And Luther!
Oh, shit.
Everyone makes a fat joke and I'm out of here.
Everyone makes a fat joke.
Yeah!
Yeah! Everyone makes a fat joke, I'm out of here.
So that's probably me dragging the rest of the way there, but
Here to hurt anyone. Then who are you?
wait for it.
The only one who can help Harlan.
Wait, what can help?
There you go.
There you go.
I swear to God, we went to tomorrow when she called them the Umbrella Academy.
Either that or we're from the future. Something.
They're all wearing the same outfits they wore in the Bad Apocalypse future.
Yeah. That's true. That's right. It's like coming full circle now.
Responsible for the assassination of the former board of directors.
Yeah, right.
Oh!
Actually,
Actually, I
that's
did.
not entirely accurate.
You didn't tell them.
Oh, fuck.
What are you even talking about?
I don't know. Which one's the girlfriend?
Good
Be
point.
fair!
Yeah, which one's the girlfriend?
What are you talking about?
I'm play dumb.
What are you talking about?
You rest piece of shit.
Enough. The point is.
Oh, she's trying to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
She just cut off the conversation.
Because he would have told you, no, she told me to.
She's the one who made the. No, not even that. She's the one who made the order.
Oh, motherfucker! Guys?
That's literally all their agents. Alright. You take that 100, you take this 100, you take that.
No,
100.
it's Dragon different. You take the 50 on the left, you take 50. Fuck you, I'll take 51. That's the spirit!
I'm gonna end this.
Yeah!
I'm gonna end this.
Or as I call it, directing the storm the correct way. Good.
That. Remember,
What?
Remember, he's got the ability. Remember, that's like
Manipulate metals.
Well, just manipulate very much because he has kinetic type of abilities, so he's able to hold back as much as he can. Oh shit, man!
Wow, because we've only ever seen him use it for his knife.
Nice, that was always his trademark. Come on, Vanya.
It's this time. It's the opposite of season 1.
Yeah, now Vanya is the one to save her family.
What?
How? She has some abilities.
Wait,
But
what?
How is
What the fuck? I'm confused.
What the hell?
That's not.
Somebody catch me! Oh wait, what? Who did? Oh, the dead.
That's right. He forgot. Ooh, that was close. You know what's funny? The one person that can change her mind is unconscious right now.
I know, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's the only way I see him winning this. It's to tell her 5 wasn't the one. 5. Why?
You stopped breathing.
It
Oh!
worked on her though.
Fuck! She has all their abilities.
There we go. He's got his juice back.
Come on.
I'm waiting for her to bring it up because remember the handler cut them off before they even continued to talk.
Tire yourself out. How are you doing this?
It's not our biological sister. Right?
To be fair!
Okay, so if she can mirror our powers, anything we throw at her, she can match, right?
Yeah, but she can only mirror one of our powers at a time.
At a time.
You sure about that?
That's right. Like right now, she's only been doing 5's ability.
My love.
There.
And she was one of them.
And she can, her ability is she can copy another person's ability, like Rogue-esque.
Yeah, she can.
But only one at a time.
One at a time. She only everything.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Darling, I need to know that we can get past this. Be a happy family again.
Somebody murder this bitch! Oh my god!
She's got to find a way to save this.
They're my real family.
They're my real family.
Ooh! Who?
The bomb. Oh no!
The Swede! We forgot about the
Swede! We forgot
Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah! The Swede! We forgot about the Swede!
He's rewinding time.
Damn it!
He's not. He's rewinding time. Think small. He's rewinding time. That's what he's doing. Shit.
Because he always thought he can go bigger when his father always just wanted to teach him baby steps.
Baby steps. And this is it.
Milliseconds, seconds, minutes, hours,
yeah.
days.
Here it's showing like in minutes.
Isn't it? What 5 said? Answer me, is it true? Well,
Yeah! She still gets killed!
Yeah.
No! No! She doesn't admit it! She doesn't admit it!
Baby, that's huge.
That's
So goddamn nervous.
So goddamn nervous.
Oh, thank you. Herb, we need a favor. Oh, sure, anything. Briefcase. Get back home where we belong.
But what do they do? When do they go back exactly?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Take your pick.
Take a pick. That's
There's
right.
a whole bunch.
Take a pick. They all got there with their own suitcases.
Good for him.
He's got, yeah.
Yeah, of course he's so special.
Consequences.
Like I said, she awakened something in
The
him.
right way home.
What was that?
It was a sparrow? Is it a bird?
Everyone ready?
No, something's different. We know enough.
They did the day. This is the day after. Ben's on the wall.
Why is there a painting of Ben over the mantelpiece?
Because remember, originally it was 5.
I knew you would trouble.
Oh!
Dad, who the hell are these guys?
Ben! Oh shit, Ben! Shit, they're like shit! Fuck!
They changed something. So that was the finale of season 2, and holy shit, there's a lot to take in.
So yeah, we'll start out with the ending. So basically, they fucked with the past so hard.
Like I said before, remember how I said before, the moment the guy was it Harlan's father died, that changed a lot. Because I'm sitting there going, what did he change? What did he change? What did his death change? This is what it changed. This is what it changed, and it altered it. Because that's why he said, what was he holding in his hand? And he's like you said, you're like, it's a bird or something. It's a sparrow he's holding on to. So I think he was probably possibly the one of the first recruits to this academy, said academy.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
I guess we'll get into it later when it's talking about season 3.
Well, let's talk about we start off with all of them being wanted fugitives, and then we have Vanya realizing something's wrong with Harlan. She can feel him, and he's in pain. Something's happening, and pretty much that's when they all decide to go. And it's like, you know what? Let's even if we do die, it's like let's do something good at least. So they go. And that's when all this crazy shit happens. You see like this massive thing, but then that's when you see the handler and her daughter pretty much arrive, and it's just she brings literally all of the agents, like her own personal army there. They come attack them. Mm-hmm. And luckily Vanya is able to wipe them out in one full shot, only to find out that Lila has abilities.
Yeah, so apparently she has the ability to mimic their ability.
Yeah, one at a time.
1% at a time.
One at a time. That's what it looks like, which is very interesting. It's only once at a time, and that's where they start piecing it together, realizing, wait a minute, you're actually one of us. You were born on this actual date. Because you had brought up a while back, going, okay, he was only recruit at the time. It was like 43. He was only able to recruit 7. So pretty much it's like this came full circle of like, here's one of them, pretty much, where it looked like their abilities maybe just didn't develop till later on. That's later on, and I think that's where the handler pretty much took that as an advantage, knowing just in case something happens, she can use her ability to train her, but you have her use these abilities. But.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was great that 5 saved them all in the end.
5 was able to remember what pretty much everything was built up to what his father was trying to teach him. The teachings and everything. So
yeah, so this time he was able to save them. However, in doing so, Lila didn't get that closure with the handler. So now she's off on her own somewhere.
Oh yeah, she's off on her own. We don't know what's going on. We don't know if she's... Hell, all they showed here was Ben, so we don't know if she's actually up there with them, secretly. Well, we don't know yet. That's what I said. We don't know just yet. We'll leave that into the future predictions. But, we don't know where she went, because it's like, she never got the full answer from her mom whatsoever. And then that's where we see them go back. But they go back the day after, but they don't realize that they're going back the day after an alternate timeline. Mm-hmm. But because, again, what's kicking in is the butterfly effect. One thing happens...
No, wait, did you say the day before?
The day after.
The day after, okay, make sure.
They said the day after, so that's what I'm saying. They're coming back to the day after, But they don't realize you come to the day after.
In a funny way, you know what's funny too. In a way, they did kind of stop both apocalypses. Now
they did.
They stopped the one in the '60s and they stopped the one in the current timeline. But as we saw, it was because of a major anomaly, which we'll get to later. But yeah, really good season. Much better than the season one finale.
This one was much better because this was kind of like the first time you see them working as a team. You know, trying to, you know, doing their best to try to take on this threat as a team, you know, a big threat all together, you know, and it's like, it came out great. This was great action, great storytelling, pretty much of how they're doing all this and setting things up as well. Setting up a lot of things. Them coming back and like I said, it's just, you know, that's a lot to take in.
So,
Academy.
So season 2 overall was definitely a big improvement over season 1. For one thing, they gave a lot more characters some growth. They gave
each one of them.
Yeah, they gave each one more personality overall. We got to see a bit more of who they really are individually, because there wasn't just you're trying to convince people why we should root for them. Here was like, here's what makes each of them tick.
Yeah, in a way, this is where each one of them tick, but also, you know, in a way, it's like they had to go through their own personal battle with certain things. You know, we could start off with number 1, Luther. You know, him just trying to, to me, it's like for him, it's more of like accepting, you know, that Allison is happy or at least moving on, but also, you know, you saw a little bit of his leadership. He was really trying to work things out and stuff like that. He had a struggle, but eventually, you know, worked through it and stuff like that.
Season 2 was overall much more enjoyable. Season 2 overall was much more enjoyable than season 1. It was a lot more entertaining. There was a lot better like story growth, character growth overall for all the characters. And in the long run, makes you really curious where they go from here onward. Like season 1, you're like, okay, you didn't really know when they dropped. In
a way, the first season was more of like, here's the introduction of this dysfunctional family. Here, this season was more of like, how does this dysfunctional family work together?
Yeah.
You know, that's what this was. You know, it's like, how does this dysfunctional family work together, especially in a different time period? You know?
Yeah.
And they made it work. It was really fucking good. You had a great, you know, like you said, great growth for each character. You know, but also we learned new things, even about, you know, the father and things like that. It's like new information about like certain people that you're like, okay, new things, new ability, either new types of abilities or enhancement of their abilities or something like that, which was really interesting, you know. But man, I really liked it. I really did. One thing I did like is that. Because we kept bringing up how you said is that how does the commission not know about, you know, these 43 people, you know, giving birth to these kids, you know, out of nowhere or something.
It kind of answered that.
And it kind of answered that when the handler was able to get one of them. She found one of them and was able to pretty much kind of like activate it in her. So in a way, it's like she knew about it, and she used it as her advantage to take over the commission.
Yeah. So that was your thing too that I enjoyed by season 2 is you got definitely more about more in regards to the commission was very well done, I think.
Yeah, we got more information about who they are, what they represent, what they do and stuff like that, and how their operation works more.
If I had the biggest issue with the commission is, unlike season 1, season 2 felt like the commission were a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
If I had one big issue, season 2 felt like there were a bunch of morons working there. Like, seriously, like...
But what I like is that, you know, there was a bunch of idiots, but that's why I like how, as we got close to the end of the season, you saw that some of the people within the commission were suspicious. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what even I like how Diego even brought up, going, you know, it's like, even down to your janitors, you know, everybody thinks something suspicious is going on at the commission. You know, where it's like, there's something, you know, going on, everybody knows, and that's like the group kind of started up their own little thing within the commission. Because they're like, this is getting very suspicious. Okay. You know, which, like you said, in the beginning, like you said, they were kind of idiots on certain things, but it's like, they started realizing certain things were going kind of fishy there, you know? I wish we had a little bit more with AJ, because it felt like they were just adding him in because it was a unique character. But I wish we had a little bit more.
Who knows? Remember, alternate timeline now.
Alternate timeline, so we don't know what that means. But yeah, season 2, man, was just fantastic.
I think very well done. I can see why a lot of
Very
people
well
liked
done.
it, enjoy over season 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so the numbers. Luckily, we can do the numbers.
Yeah, now we go to character development. Start like I said, let's start off with number 1, which is Luther.
Which you already briefly brought up. I think what was great about season 2 for Luther was they gave him a personality.
They finally gave him something
They gave him
to
a
work with.
full-on personality. Yeah, he's a bit of a numpty, I guess the term is.
He's supposed to be the leader, but it's like he's struggling with the leadership. He's trying his best to kind of like lead.
Because after finding out what his father did to him in season 1, he just gave up overall.
Yeah.
And it was expanding upon him, which was great. I think he had one of the best character developments overall.
Especially expanding on his relationship with Allison as well.
Yeah, but he was great. They gave him a personality. They gave him more to work with. He wasn't just like the head of the table, kind of thing. I really enjoyed that.
It showed that it's like, even though I'm supposed to be the leader, I still have struggles. I still have like things I have to run it. I struggle with.
Yeah. But yeah, he was one of the best character developments. Number 2.
Number 2 is Diego. Another good
aside from his mission to save JFK, I did enjoy what he went through.
He was more determined in this season. To me, he was more determined than anything in this season.
Yeah, because of the events of season 1, he wanted to prove himself he can in fact save the world no matter what, even if it was just trying to stop the JFK assassination, which
he was trying to do whatever it takes just to stop this event, even though it was supposed to happen. It's the type of thing he still didn't understand. He didn't really comprehend. But it's like it wasn't until like by the end of it where it's like all of it had to happen. All of it, was supposed to secure the timeline, and just realizing. Also, it was realizing the people he's had to learn how to trust. That's why I love the line at the end where he's just like.
Oh yeah, well we can probably group him together with Lila, talking about her a bit. So
yeah,
Lila was definitely one of the more interesting characters. It's all just random some insane asylum chick.
No, but there was more to her character than we realized. Of course,
and she was just an assassin with a heart of gold,
Yeah, she was just trying to make her mother proud. That's what she was trying to do. She was just trying to make her proud and try to, be someone in the commission in a way.
Yeah, she overall was a very unique character brought in. Will we see her season 3? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we don't know where we would see her, but we'll probably bring that up in the predictions. And then we had number 3, which is Allison. Dealing definitely with like the repercussions of like during that time period and her color of her skin and stuff like that, realizing and stuff like that. Like again, where she said she didn't use her abilities.
What was great about what she did in this season was she learned how to fight. But she learned how to fight without her abilities.
Which
was something in season 1 she was really struggling with because of her issues with her daughter.
Yeah.
This one, she learned.
She learned to fight. She learned to use her voice in a different way.
If being part of the civil rights movement taught her anything, was that there was other ways to fight.
There are times when you have to use her. There are times when you have to use it. But there are times you don't have to.
And being part of the civil rights movement during '63 really showed that.
Yeah, it did.
For her. And she learned. And now she is using her ability again, but now she's smarter for
That's what I said. Now she's learned a season of like when to use it and when not to use it. There's times when it's like you don't have to use it. You just have to try to help somebody understand or comprehend. Just don't force them.
And not only was that a combination of the group she was a part of, but her husband, Ray, as well.
Exactly, where it's like she even taught him like the repercussions of like this is what happens if it goes too far. That's why I love that scene where he's like, would I actually remember if you did anything to me? Even she's like, no. But it's like it showed him that. It really showed him like these are the outcome. These are the warnings I told you about. Really, it not only taught her, but also taught him like, yes, I have these abilities, but these are the downsides to my abilities. It's like if I take things a little bit too far, But like I said, her character, like I said, I think that's what it was this season. Was just again, she like you said, she was learning how to use her voice in a different way.
So 4.
Number 4. Oh yes, Klaus.
So we'll bunch Ben in as well with this.
Yeah,
one.
Klaus with
Klaus and Ben.
Yeah, 'cause they're the
they had
the
this.
duo.
Trust me, they were a part of the same story the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of okay. Aside from him basically starting a cult with pop lyrics from pop music in the future.
Destiny's. What is it? No, the group was called Destiny's Children. That's what they were called.
I think something like that.
Yeah, they were called Destiny's Children. You know, but
for the most part, he was just until he found out David was there.
Yeah.
He was just really just trying to enjoy the time period he was in.
Yeah.
But once David was there, we started to see why.
Yeah. You got to see why. It's like his love for him, but it's like it was the time. It's like, you know, Ben kept warning him, like, which is a kind of combination of like even Ben himself, you know, doing what he had to, do by the end of the season, which was like learning to let go. It was like,
that was that was basically the overall arc for them was
for
learning
both
to
of
let
us
go.
Learning to let go. Cause
Ben finally walking to the light.
realizing, and that was a cool twist too, where it's like it wasn't Klaus holding him back.
Yeah,
he was just scared to go to the light. And like I said, I think the moment Klaus heard that, that's when he was just like, that sigh of relief, thinking it was him that was holding him back. But when he was just scared to go to the light, he didn't want to because he was enjoying being with his family. You know,
exactly.
That's what it was. And for them, it was just a matter of learning to let go. And that's why, like, even the scene with Klaus when he's sitting there in the house and he's looking at David's like dog tags, realizing, I have to let this go. You know, it's like you can tell, no speech, no words. It's like him just looking at it, it's like tells you that he has to let go. He needs to move forward.
Exactly.
It's like, and that's what, it was such a big thing for Klaus. And that Klaus he had a rough go, but, he was able to bounce back and we got to see even new abilities with him, new things pop up.
Yeah, so we did see a brief bit of that. In the finale. We saw that in the alternate future where the apocalypse happened, but we actually saw a brief bit of that where he got some undead ghosts to save him.
And then of course we now realize he can have the dead the dead can possess him pretty much if they want to use his body and stuff like that. So he used them to actually pick up stuff because it's like, remember Ben was like didn't know, well that was from the first season.
Of course, Klaus, that was basically the arc, and I thought it was a well done arc for them, especially Ben, who didn't get really a lot of attention in season 1, except for maybe like the last couple episodes of the season. Yeah. But here, it really showed how much not only of a kid he technically still is with the whole his relationship with one of the cult members. Yeah. But like him still realizing what this group's all about, him still believing in family.
Yeah, exactly. And then we move on to Five himself. And I think I see why people said he was just phenomenal this season. And he was. He was
very enjoyable this season.
This season he was, to me, I think for his arc was more of like realizing he needs his family. Whether he likes it or not, he needs his family.
Yeah.
And this really helped him.
And going to IMAs, like he killed all the board
members and stuff like that.
And maybe I guess we can dive a little into the season, but maybe if that guy is the part of the board, the head of the board, maybe he can stop the new board from going after them.
Well, we don't know. Yeah, again, we don't know, like I said.
But Five for the most part, this was the season he realized it wasn't just about
him. It wasn't always him. It wasn't that I was about. No, it was about realizing I need my family. It's like I need my family. Even the scene where I really liked how he finally came to understand what his father was doing, which I loved. The scene at the bar when he's like, I underestimated you. It's like I didn't give you enough time to train me the right way. If I did, I think I would have appreciated it more. That's why he's like, it's like now I comprehend and I apologize. It's like in a way he apologized, going, I'm sorry if I did anything. It's like he finally came to fruition in a way where he's like, it's like, fuck, now I see what my father was trying to teach me. And it came in even by the end of the finale where it's like he remembered everything. It finally clicked of what his father was finding. He put it to the test and it worked. It helped him save his family at least. Really?
Cool. Yeah, I'm glad. I like Umbrella Academy carried around it because you just split them into 5 different people.
Yeah. Going to 7 because 6 was already Ben. 6 was Ben. But 7 is pretty much, of course, Vanya.
Oh, of course, Vanya.
Vanya, I like how they did her character this season, which was just it's like, you know what, we wipe her memory of what she did, you know, like, you know.
And she pieced it together to realize what she's caused.
She's caused, even by the end of it, when she fully pretty much had that, like I said, a realization of like, what did I do? You know, what did I do? And then that speech she had with Ben really kind of like helped wake her up a little bit more, where it's just like, you know, we're family no matter what. You know, we're going to have our faults, you know, but we're here for each other, you know, and I just loved it. I just loved how, like, her development and how she eventually realized, you know, her family is screwed up and they do their best to help her out, you know, or at least do what they can, you know, and that's why I like, even by the end of it, where gets in the car and they realize, you know what? We may be fugitives, but even if we die, at least let's try to do one good thing together as a family.
Yeah, and she even to an extent, she even learned how to better control her abilities.
Yeah, this season she learned how to use them the right way, to push them towards good. Push them towards something, you know, not evil, but just good. You know, and you see the outcome of it, you're just like, wow, okay, cool. It still feels like she's learning what she can do with her abilities, but it's like at this point, it's like, she hasn't fully mastered them, but it's like she's understanding what she can do. She's understanding what the power she has behind her, you know. But like I said, I really liked her character growth, and by the end of the season, where it's like now she's back as a family with the group, you know, back as a family with the academy. Let's talk about who do you talk about next?
That's pretty much it.
Their father. Let's bring up a little bit about their father.
Okay, so yeah, I guess.
A little bit, because like I said, they pretty much, it's like we learned a little bit more about who he was, or not even that, of like, what he was even back in the day. What he was doing. And he was with that, you know, the Majestic 12, you know, the ones that are like deep secret, you know, government type of agency where they.
Let's be honest, the biggest thing we found out about him is he's an alien.
No, he's an alien. That's what I was trying to work. That's what I was trying to work up to. Don't let me. But. You know, it's like by the end of it, we see that he was only being used, you know, because of his technology he's bringing to them. You know, and it's because he's an alien, you know. We don't know what type of alien, if it's a good type of alien, bad alien, or is it a specific type of alien, we don't know. But we just want to know, you know, it's like, why? What's up with this? You know, like, you know, that scene where he's on, where is it? He's on, he's with the dying woman, and you see the background, like, looks like nukes, or it looks like something. Who knows? Maybe that could be his planet. You know, maybe that's the planet he's on, and this was seeing him escape. Or at least pretty much realizing, you know, he had original love, but now he had to move on. Who knows? He really, I can really say that he really helped them understand, you know, like, you know, about one another, like what he did or why he did certain things for a reason. Even with Diego, where by the end of it, where he's just like, he was trying to tell Diego, you know, you're out of line here. You're 5 steps ahead when you need to, you know, back up a couple of steps. You know, you're thinking ahead instead of trying to look at the bigger picture of things. You know, and that's why I liked when, you know, Diego thought he stopped them, but he's like, you know, I told you so. It's like, you know, so, but yeah, I mean, her character, like, his character, though, I really like where he went to. We got more information, but more questions of more about who he is really. You know, I think the last person I can say we could talk about is just the handler. The handler, that chica.
Do we really need to talk about a handler? Because she's still a bitch.
I know, but
nothing really changed for her. I guess we did find out how more manipulative she can really be.
How power hungry she was.
How power hungry she can really be, but that's really it.
She was just she was very power hungry, but I love how her character was this season, because it's like we needed somebody that pretty much was like, who's, you know, really wanted, it's like after what happened first season, she's like, you know, you need somebody that's like fully against them. It's like, I need to do whatever it takes, not only gain all this power for the commission, but take out my biggest threat, you know. And you know, she's really, you know, carried her power, and the way she manipulated certain people, you know, from manipulating Five to Lila, you know, to everybody else, even the Swedes, you know, which again, Swedes were, to me honestly, were just a fun addition to this season. That's all I can really say. But yeah, I mean, this season there was a lot of character growth for a lot of these characters, and it was really good for a lot of them.
Yeah.
What to expect for
Thank
season
you. Finally,
3?
season 3.
I know you've been waiting for that.
Because the reason I'm looking at phones, I'm doing research and stuff like that about season 3. Right now, season 3 only just started production.
It just started production. Back into production. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I get it. I answer you. I get it.
No, go ahead.
Sorry. Production started back in February this year.
Yeah.
Production officially started. Apparently, we may not get season 3 till sometime next year.
Yeah. So at least
because
we're
of how late. But they have confirmed filming has started on season 3.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff we can talk about. So they changed the timeline. It's now the Sparrow Academy.
Yeah.
So what my guess is on season 3 predictions is we're gonna find out that in the series premiere we found out he went to 5 different people and got them to give him his child on October 1st of that year.
Mm-hmm.
I think he changed the timeline enough. They changed the timeline enough to where he went to 5 different kids. No, he went to
these kids, but different ones.
He went to 6 different kids instead.
Yeah.
He still went to Ben, as we saw. He still went to Ben, but he went to 6 different kids instead. So that's why there is no apocalypse, because there was no Vanya there to start anything or cause anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why the world is saved, because the Sparrow Academy was born. Their father is still alive because he never needed to kill himself to convince him to come back to stop the apocalypse. That makes the most sense. Yeah, right. I believe they haven't announced who's playing the Sparrow Academy.
6. So there's 6 of them. There's 6 of them. So, question. That's.
Sorry. I lost track. So that's why the apocalypse wasn't there. That's what we can assume is that's why the apocalypse was there, because the Sparrow Academy didn't have that issue. That's why the father's still alive. We're gonna probably see why Pogo's still alive. Why the mom droid maybe still alive.
Either she's alive or, like we said, we're looking at the screenshot of they're showing the group, and you see a floating box there. So we don't know if that's the replacement of either Pogo or the mother, their own version, because you see it floating there. That's why.
Okay.
That shows up there.
So that aside, of course we're in a time where the apocalypse didn't happen, where we're assuming the Umbrella Academy didn't get into the shenanigans they did in season 1.
Like you said,
so
go ahead.
That's a question of who's alive again.
And like you said, because there's always it goes back to the butterfly effect of one person's death shifts the whole entire thing. And remember, the death that really kind of shook this whole thing, and they don't realize it just yet, is Harlan's father, pretty much his death. Because the moment he died, that's when their alarms at the commission went off going, a major event has been altered.
Yes.
So that means that his death caused all of this. Yes. And they don't know that just yet.
Well, they're gonna realize. Well, yeah, they're gonna realize that soon enough.
Yeah,
obviously. But once again, back to my original question. So the question now is, who's alive that was dead in the original timeline? So is Patch alive? Is that gonna be a love triangle issue for Diego? Is the Donut Lady alive? Is she still working the donut shop?
Well, I see where you're going. The question is pretty much a lot of the characters we saw from the first season that did not make it, are they still alive? That's the question here. And are we going to get, besides Ben, is any of the other family members not a copy, but more of one of them, or just new people? I assume it's got to be new people. Ben's the only one that kind of.
That's why I said at the beginning it's going to change where their father, instead of grabbing Ben and the other 6, he grabbed Ben, but different other 6 people.
Yeah, Ben and different other 6 people, and it looks like Ben has an attitude, because you see him who are these douchebags? Where it's it sounds
I think we're gonna assume not only with the new academy he grew up with, but as well he got to live his life.
Yeah, but that's what I said. It looks like he got to live his life, but it looks like he got more attitude. He looks like he has more attitude, how 5 has,
so we can go down by numbers if you want to bring up the numbers again. We go by each person about prediction wise where they're going.
I really don't know, to be honest. Start with number 1, Luther. I don't know
if we can't figure it, we'll move on. But Luther, I guess best guess would be him trying to remember how to be a leader again.
Maybe the season that's his development. Maybe this season's him trying to show that why he's number one. Why he's the leader.
For Diego, trying not only maybe encountering Patch, who's alive now, but who doesn't know who he is at all, but also stuff with Lila. Him trying to figure out when she went,
where she is, what she, exactly. It's like trying to figure out where she possibly may have gone to, exactly.
Is Klaus number 3 or Allison number 3?
Allison is Allison's number 3. Just go ahead.
Allison.
Yeah.
Of course, because
her daughter.
Thank you. That's what I was getting. Hers is like
she doesn't have a daughter in this world.
Does she have a daughter? Is her family moved on?
Yeah, I think it's them. Just like again, it's like that when they went back in time to the '60s, where they don't even exist yet. Here we're going to a timeline, a future timeline where they're in different parts, or they don't really themselves don't exist.
So I guess one way you can think about it is if I'm right and 6 other people were chosen, then that means those kids were raised by the people who birthed them. So in this case, like for example, I believe like the first one, Vanya, was born from a 2 Russian people, from a Russian woman.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it all comes down to like, who are these different, who are these new members? What does this mean?
Yeah. So
and especially not only that, but with Hargreaves, their father.
So that
like, what does that mean for them? How do they fit in this picture? Or what do they do? Is there another apocalypse? That's the other question. Because every time they go, somehow there's another apocalypse. So does this season include another one or a different turn of events?
So like another instance is David alive for Klaus? We can transition over to Klaus. Like because of the alternate timeline.
Or what he told him.
Since there's no Klaus there, David's alive. Much older, obviously. Mm-hmm. But is he alive?
That's a good question too. Are we going to see older David? Are we going to see maybe older Harlan, or even Harlan's mother? It's like, are they going to visit them to see, hey, what's going on? What's happened? What's going on?
Did Klaus's cult survive all the way 50 years later?
Yeah, is the cult still alive, or is the cult kind of, it's like it died, but it became history? Maybe will he run into one of them, like the main guy, the guy with the glasses? Will he run into him or something like that? Will they show up in the news or something like that? It's
well, and like for example, 5. What is his purpose now? Does he want to try to figure out how to fix the timeline back to where it's the Umbrella Academy again?
Exactly. Or
is he just going to roll with things, and we're going to see what the next step is for him?
There's a lot to take in for the following season and what could happen, the possibilities.
Of course, with Ben now this version of Ben alive, what does this mean with his relationship with the Umbrella Academy, and especially Klaus as well?
Yeah, what does that mean for them?
And then, of course, the biggest elephant in the room is their father's an alien.
Yeah, will that be brought up in this season at all?
Yeah,
that's a big question.
Because we've gotten slow pieces of season 2. They get slow piece about their father's background. Now will we find out more about what planet he came from? Why is he there? What's his purpose?
And again, like you said, will we see? Well, is Pogo still alive? Is pretty much like I said? Is there an alternate version of their mother instead? Is this a humans situation where their father's alien species is what basically caused these people on October 1st to birth these people with special abilities? Did he plan all this? That type of thing.
Did he plan all this?
Plan all this and he was just waiting for it to happen?
Or did his species plan all this, but he went down there to see how he could help in some way?
It's like maybe they had a plan of trying to end their society, but instead he saw potential. One of those things where it's like with Doctor Who, where it's like he sees potential in Earth. He sees the potential in the Earthlings, or at least Earth itself, where it's like these people need to be protected. One of those type of situations,
And then as for the Sparrow Academy itself, like I said, there were still the questions. Is this 5 or 6 new people? Mm-hmm. are they? Of course, they're gonna butt heads because obviously that's how these shows work.
Will they have one, at least one member that was like Vanya? You know, one that's too powerful, where it's like, or they're keeping them like under wraps.
Where I can see that. Where season 3 is they're more accepting of that person, but they turn to the supervillain.
Yeah.
Because the difference is between the Sparrow Academy and the Umbrella Academy was they were able to work things out with Vanya. In this one, not the same.
Maybe their version of Vanya, or at least, you know, is like it's much more deadlier. May not be causing the apocalypse, but somehow it's like they're eventually going to turn into like a like you said, super villain.
Because of what Mr. Hargreaves encountered with the Umbrella Academy in the past, did that change his mindset of how to treat this academy?
That's a good question. Is he more hard on them? Is he less harder on them, more like a father figure, or is it still the same where he's, you know, harder than ever? You know,
considering it seems like they're all wearing their outfits still, is the Sparrow Academy still a thing in the modern day? Because remember, Umbrella Academy, like they all broke off after Ben died, after Vanya released the book. They pretty much all went their separate ways except for Lucifer. Mm-hmm. Like, does that mean? Does it mean the Sparrow Academy they work things out and they're still
everything goes back to Harlan's father's death, and it's just like the bigger picture of like we said, what connection did their family have to the future? And
if Five figures that out, will he try to change that?
You know, that's a good question. It's like, will he be willing to go back in time, or are they just gonna accept it and stay in this reality or stay in this alternate timeline?
Then we got the commission. How involved are they gonna be in season 3?
Will they be involved at this point?
Like, back to my question about people still alive. Is this a different version of Cha-Cha and Hazel now?
Yeah, are we gonna see them at all?
We already know the commission is a fixed point in time. It doesn't seem like they're affected by the time. Mm-hmm. You know, by like the overall time.
But that's where we have the big question is: does one of these new members of the team have any type of special abilities dealing with time?
Will the new board consider the commission the new board of the commission consider the Umbrella Academies like they're on their most wanted list?
On their most wanted list, or a list to watch out for to make sure they don't change anything or something. You know, have them alter anything. That like you said. Like, there's so much that can happen. There's so much that could kind of build up to the point.
Like, I know I'm forgetting about something. Like finally encountering an older version of Harlan.
Yeah, as I said, with all of that, possibility of seeing all the other characters that we have seen previously who died. You know, whether it's from the apocalypse.
Like Harold, I forgot to bring that up. Will Harold be alive?
Well, we have an alternate version of him in this one,
where he doesn't become a murderous psychopath because the Sparrow Academy is different.
Yeah, you know, is he actually somehow a member of the team?
That's another good question. You know, what if they change the title to a point where it turns out Harold has special abilities, but not because he was born on October 1st?
Mm-mm. No,
or will
exactly.
he be a supervillain from the get-go? It's like there's a lot of Harold's definitely one I'm glad we didn't forget, because that's definitely was a big issue in season 1. Will it become an issue in season 3? Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot to take in about this alternate timeline. What the commission does, what the Umbrella Academy does next. Now that the timeline's different, there's a new Sparrow Academy.
And where did they go exactly? Too. It's like, how can you really explain to this new group who you are?
It kind of looks like, based on the vague silhouette, it looks like an all-male group too.
No, I think there's
probably a female.
I'd say maybe a couple females, and I think we'll get because there's only how many females in the Umbrella Academy? Was it 2 females?
And we're only seeing 6 here. That's right. We see Ben and we see the 5 above.
That's why
is the Cube the 7th member? It's like sorry.
But like I said before, remember before they always had in the Umbrella Academy they had 5's picture on the wall only because he disappeared. This time they have Ben picture on the wall, but he's there.
And then I guess the last thing I can think of to talk about is like how much will Klaus expand on his own abilities when it comes to raising the
not only his, but everybody else's. How do we expand on the rest of their abilities? Do we see something new or different that they can do with their abilities that they never thought they can do before? You know, that would be a good twist, especially for maybe maybe for Allison, or even pretty much Luther himself.
And of course, the biggest question is, in the long run, where does the Umbrella Academy fit into this new timeline?
Yeah, where do they fit? Are they considered villains, or were they originally his idea, but that then
Because
changed it?
It obviously shows that the father knows them, because he remembers their encounter back in '63.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, exactly. Because the line he says though is that what did he say to them? I forgot what he said to them very much, because it sounded like he said something about but who are you or something like that.
No. He recognized we were talking about them, and he's like, this is the Umbrella Academy. He's like, no, this is the Sparrow Academy.
So like he said, he's definitely got to explain to his new, to the family, the Sparrow Academy, of like who these people are.
With a new alternate timeline for season 3, it opens up so many more questions about what we're going to see. Because season 3 is still 10 episodes. They're confirmed season 3 is a 10-episode season.
Yeah, just like these past few seasons, 10 episodes.
So I'm curious to see where they go. I only thing I can think of is maybe, like I said, 5 makes his mission to try to fix the timeline again.
He tries to figure out what they're trying.
Where was the anomaly?
Yeah, where specifically was the anomaly? And I don't. And at this point, I don't think they have any contact with the Time Commission, or at least the Time Commission. It's like I don't think they have any contact with them, so they're trying to figure this out on their own.
Once again, yeah, that plays into how involved the commission will be in season 3.
Will they be involved as much? Especially where, again, back to where Lila went to. Does she go back to the commission, or she's just living her own life, or does she do something? Did she do something to alter something with the timeline? Yeah. So it's either the death or even the way Lila may have changed things. So. As you can tell, there's so many predictions, so many routes we can go into this next.
Technically, they're still in 2019 too. So.
They're back to modern time, but an alternate modern time.
So yeah, I mean, season 3 is going to be ridiculous based on just predictions alone about what's going to happen. So other than that, folks, if you're new to the channel, scratch that. Favorite moments of season 2, go.
Oh, favorite moments of season 2.
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'll go first. They're meeting with their father. Any moment with Klaus and Nicole. The moment with Ben and Vanya. Of course, the finale was really well done. I think overall, definitely the moment where 5 went back through time. Oh, when younger 5 took on younger older 5.
You just named everything I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a lot of really good. Oh. The Swede, the Backstreet Boys fight scene. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, a lot of good moments compared to what we got in season 1, and I can't wait to see where we go in season 3.
Exactly.
So, you never know. Sparrows. It may rain outside, and sparrows may need an umbrella. So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about Netflix original series that have season 3s coming sooner rather than later, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys not only thought of the season finale, but what did you guys think of the season 2 overall? Did you have fun with it? Did you enjoy it? It was just a blast. Definitely better than what season 1 delivered at the time. Any favorite moments, any favorite parts, whether it's sad, bad, it's good, it's exciting.
Glad. I'm sorry.
It's like trying to rhyme here. Just any favorite moments, any favorite episodes of the season that you liked. Whether it is a season finale or maybe it was another episode that you enjoyed more than the others. Put down what you thought of our reaction as well to this not only finale but also the season overall. If you enjoyed our reaction, things like that. What did you guys think of our reaction as is? Also put down what you thought. Most importantly, sorry, let's get straight to the point. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
Now, of course, on the next episode, SRB TV, dealing with the Umbrella Academy. Of course, whenever it does come out, sometime at the end of this year,
Keep an eye out for any of our reactions. So at least for
season 3.
Season 3, but also the first when they start dropping either teaser trailers or trailers for it, we'll be right on top of that, trying to get watching. Now we can see and get pumped up to see what's going to possibly bring up.
But aside from that, on the next actual episode of SRB TV, we'll be diving into another comic book style show with
Diving into Marvel.
Yeah, and what's cool is by the time we're recording this, by the time it's spread out, literally the next episode next week, you're gonna see our reactions to the new Hulu original Marvel series, their third one. Third one. Well, third one. Because Runaways, there was Runaways. There's Hellstrom.
Yeah, that's still going on now.
And there's now from Stupid Buddy Studios, MODOK.
Yeah.
That's right. We're gonna check it out. Why not? And then of course down the road.
They still have Loki.
Okay, yeah, upcoming. As for upcoming, I always like to do upcoming for these finales. So upcoming, of course, we got Loki we're going to do. Of course, we have E3. They haven't really given us a set schedule of press conferences, but we'll keep you guys
posted.
We'll keep you guys updated on that, as well as any shows new and returning that you guys want to do, returning that we'll definitely get to when the premieres come out and all that stuff. So, until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very Sparrow-filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.